Welcome back to My Way. Now, here's a story about a man who's inspiring in more ways than one, channeling a painful past into his incredible talent and bringing joy to others through his beautiful artwork at his beachside gallery in Yeppoon.
I feel like art, it was a thing that it was gifted to me. It feels like it gives me meaning and purpose.
I'm Jet James, and this is my story.
Jet's work has won him many awards and has enjoyed commercial success across the globe. But the story is a truly incredible one. As a child, he was witness to drug abuse and crime. He lost his mother to domestic violence, and 2 years later, his father took his own life.
I had an unusual upbringing. I went through quite a lot of neglect and saw a lot of drugs and violence because of my parents. It really shaped me and sort of allowed me to discover my self-identity through all that trauma and those experiences.
Jet was sent to live with his aunt and uncle in Darwin, but life wasn't necessarily easier, and he found turning to art was one way he could cope with the difficulties of his new life and the weight of his immense grief.
Always did art. My dad was an artist, so I had a lot of memories of him painting, and I guess that sort of influenced me a bit.
That's a portrait of my dad. And at that stage, there's a bit of writing about how he wanted to do artwork based on addiction and things like that.
I loved art in general, but I did a lot of self-portraits, and that was my way of trying to figure out who I wanted to be and my self-identity and reflect. And I think art's very much a therapy, a way of trying to deal with emotions and articulate them into a picture.
I did this artwork based from a memory of my mum. I would have been probably about 7 years old, maybe 8, and I have this really vivid memory of her looking at me, and I did the work inspired by that. And as you can sort of tell, it's very fragmented and abstract, and I think memories are very much like that. For me, it was the first time drawing my mum. She's in my mind and my heart still, so I think perfect opportunity to draw her if I can, yeah. So yeah, it means a lot to me.
I work on lots of different things, so I don't work on one artwork at a time, but I'm working on a body of work that's inspired by artists like George Balderson, who's an Australian printmaker, or was an Australian printmaker, Picasso, and so very abstracted portraits that are very complex in their characteristics and sort of dual sort of ideas that happen within the portrait.
I like that sort of very multi-layered aspect to them.
So I'm sort of doing a body of work like that, but also very into capturing some of the coastal life in art, and so I'm doing a lot of watercolours that way, and I'm doing lots of portraits as well.
I like that process of trying to change it and trying to make it unique and more about feeling, and I think that comes about from intuition.
As well as memories from his past, Jet's adopted hometown of Yeppoon on the stunning Capricorn coastline is a never-ending source of inspiration for his work.
It's coastal, it is beautiful, it's just a slice of paradise. It's hard to describe, I think, in words, because it's so varying. There's like, you've got the Byfield rainforest and national parks all around, and Southern Great Barrier Reef, drew inspiration from that. So those sort of like experiences of going out into the landscape sort of fuse into my work as well in different ways.
Yeah, it's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
While Jet's difficult past will continue to help him evolve as an artist, there's also a good mix of his future included as well.
We've got Amelia, we've got Leela, Steph, Lizzie, Elizabeth, and Flynn.
Hey, don't forget a dog.
Oh, and Leo.
Life is very short, and you've got to do things that you love, or have dreams, and I've been very much about believing in that and chasing that dream, and here I am now getting to sort of live out that dream. So I'm very lucky to get to that point.
If you're interested in owning a piece of Jet's collection, head to his website. But if you'd like to get to his beachside gallery and meet the man himself, head to livecapricorncoast.com.au. If you or anyone you know needs help, you can contact Lifeline or Beyond Blue.